witnessed something very important. We all as Liberians are very hopeful that our country can reach a point where investment partners will come here to increase the size of their investment envelope, to provide jobs for our young people. And so we can be able to have the purchasing power, right? So yesterday, the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency, Ambassador Joseph Imambaraka, received in audience at the Executive Mansion the CEO of Metal. Now, this ArcelorMittal, is the second largest steel maker in the world, and Liberia is proud to have such an investment here. We know very well that government cannot employ all our citizens, so it's good that we continue to build the profile of our country for investors to come here. And so the meeting, it is important to be stated that the meeting was the first between the President since the inauguration, and the two were engaged in high-level discussions. Those discussions were centered around, of course, the President's arrest agenda, which talked about rules, agriculture rules, rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism. And also, it encompasses the agenda for sustainable development in Liberia. And so, you already know that ArcelorMittal has an initial $5 billion ton per annual operations. I'll reopen Liberia mining industry, shipping iron ore for the first time since 2011, after the end of the Civil War. But what is important to be stated is that ArcelorMittal, through its new expansion project, the company has committed an additional $1.4 billion in new investments towards building an iron ore concentrator to produce high-grade iron ore, which increases production to 15 million per ton per annum. So when that happens, more jobs are going to be created, the investment portfolio of the country will increase, and things are going to gradually get better. This is how you know that a decent and responsible government is in charge of a country. In time past, people were extorting money from investors. The situation involving HPS, Solway, and the past government, which even led to some officials of the past government being sectioned. So now, we have the president of the country sitting face to face with the owner of a multi-billion-dollar investment to put forth the interest of the country. At this point, it is not about personal interest. So we would like to commend His Excellency for that. It is also important to be stated that the first phase of the expansion is due to be completed in 2024. ArcelorMittal is further studying a phased development of up to 30 million tons per annum, consistent with President Baraka's vision for empowering Liberian youth with essential technical potential skills. ArcelorMittal has also committed to buttressing the government efforts in TVET. TVET, of course, is technical vocational education, which is very good for a country such as ours. You need the potential, you need the skills. That's how you'll be able to compel the concession here to say, look, you cannot bring people to the country because we already have people here who are trained, they have the requisite skills to do the work. So this is all geared towards providing new jobs for our people and having more employment opportunities. So the company also intends to provide scholarship for Liberia. Of course, ArcelorMittal is in the business of providing scholarship. They don't intend to stop. They want to increase their investment profile in Liberia. They also want to contribute to technical vocational training for young Liberian youth. They also want to continue to provide scholarship for our people. These are the kind of investment that we will encourage. Investment that will come and not just want to exploit our natural resources, but to also give back to the community. Okay, so yesterday, the CEO of ArcelorMittal and the president of Liberia, they had a tete-a-tete at mansion, and that was followed by a press stakeout with executive mansion press. It's already out there. We just thought to highlight it because the Ministry of Information is closely following all of these developments as it unfolds. Okay, so that brings us to the last talking point. Development partners. I had to visit the McCoffey Hydro plant, the dam. Yesterday, the management of the Liberia Electricity Corporation (LEC) took on a guided tour of the St. Paul Hydro dam with Excellency Ambassadors of the European Union delegation and the Republic of France, along the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. Now, it is important to be stated that our visit will give the development partners detailed briefing on the status of LEC, right, and the energy generation and transmission capacity of the entity. Everybody crying every day. LEC is not stable. It goes off and on. It's a problem that was inherited by the government. Unlike the previous administration, we're not giving excuses. Because leadership, in our mind, is about taking on to the challenge. And we do believe that Ambassador Boy, the president of the country, is of the opinion that you cannot expand the Liberian economy in the absence of energy. And that is why he was in Ivory Coast the last month. For some of you who are connected to the electricity grid, you realize that the initial 8 hours have been extended. So we cannot begin to bring praises on the LEC. We can only hope that it gets better through some of the immediate intervention that been made by His Excellency. So the CRSG line was providing us 25 megawatts of current. Following the visit of His Excellency to his counterpart in Ivory Coast, that was increased to 50 megawatts. That tells you that the president is concerned about some of the basic issues confronting the Liberian population. So, on that note, we'd like to say thank you. Tomorrow, okay, so that being said, we'd like to say thank you to our media friends, independent media institutions that always come here to provide the coverage as we speak on behalf of the government developmental programs, and some of the initiatives that have been undertaken by the government, various sectors in the government to address poverty. You are always here to help us. The CSA, you know, has been in the press of late. And we'd like to give it up to the Director General. He's been very pointed on his vision to professionalize the Liberian civil service. He was on the radio yesterday. They were here last week. They will come here tomorrow. Somebody is concerned and say, but why is they keep coming here? Because we do not want to give a micro inch of opportunity to people who disseminate wrong information to mislead the Liberian people. So some of the good things that have been done at the CSA, they will be back here tomorrow to talk about it. And we look forward to seeing you here on time. And as always, say thank you for coming.
So it's 12 o'clock, we will be having an exception because it was busy. So as
12 o'clock tomorrow. 12 o'clock tomorrow as usual. Thank you.
someone else will do our